Welcome. This is Bitcoin Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, episode number 30. Today, we are going to take a look at the chart. I'll give you an overlook and tell you if I'm bullish as, or bearish as always. This service, as always, is for free, but I'm also offering services for private clients. And as I told you, you must be careful that you don't get scammed, so that you are not paying an imposter or a scammer who will sell you fake things under my name. So you must be careful of that. I have a private Telegram group. So today we're going to take a look at the chart and at my private Telegram group. I have a private, my public Telegram group. I have a public Telegram group. There are not too many people in it for now, so you're more than welcome to join. They're interesting topic. We talk about trading all day long, and you should join. You should take a look. I'm going to take a look at my Telegram because I want to show you a tweet I made yesterday in my Telegram. And that being said, we take a look at my disclaimer, as always, to start. Then I'm going to take a look at my Telegram. And lastly, we look at the charts. But first, my disclaimer. So please read the disclaimer so that you are aware about the risk involved in trading. And under my services, I'm offering one-on-one coaching. If you want to improve your coaching, if you want to become an profitable trader, if you want to be part of the 1% of people who take money out of the market consistently, you should get some help. It will be much easier if you get some help. You will do the same. You will do the progress that you make in 10 years in maybe 6 months or 1 year. So if you get some help, that's why I'm offering a mentorship. So you can reach out to me to that. And I have a couple of other stuff I'm talking about. But there's a new service that I launched 2 days ago. I talked about it on my video yesterday, and I talked about it in my public Telegram group. And the new service is right now only for 10 members because I only can take care of 10 members right now. There are administrative tasks involved in that. I have to check every month if every member pays the fee. The fee for that group is $20 a month, and I have to check every month that everybody pays the fee. So there's risk. There's administrative administration involved in that private group. So it's only for 10 people right now, and it's full. I already have 10 people, so there's no spot available anymore. Because it's not the same thing to check that if 10 people pay the fee every month, than to check if 100 people pay the fee every month. If I get 100 fee, it will get much more complicated for me to manage 100 clients than to manage 10 clients. So to start the group, I wanted to keep it small. So I only admit 10 people, and the last guy joined this morning. So right now it's full. If you still want to, my rule is that I limit it to 10 people for now. But in the future, I might increase the number of parts. If I don't have too much administrative work to do around that group, I might increase the number of participants to 15 or 20. So 5 more spots will be available, or 10 more spots. So if you are interested, just tell me on my public Telegram group that you're interested in joining the group, and I will put you on a list on people that are interested. And as soon as I increase the number, I'll give it to the persons who ask first for it. So if you are the first person to tell me that you're interested to join, right now I won't admit you into the group, but I will put you on a list of people who are interested. And as soon as I increase the number of participants, you will be the first one to know about it, and you will be the first one to get a spot into my private Telegram group. The private Telegram group will cost you $20 USD a month. So that's extremely cheap. It's really not much, and you get a lot. So I'm going to show you what my private clients get in that Telegram group and why I think it can be useful if you're a trader and you want that kind of analysis to be in my private live Elliott waves analysis group channel. It will be a channel. So I show you an example, because yesterday I showed my participants in the public group and what it will look like. So I'll show that to you on screen right now. Let me share my Telegram. So this is what you will get 1 to 3 times a day. So you get a chart like this one, and the important stuff I'll point it out with my highlighting tool, okay? And it gives you even the direction and the stop loss level, but you don't have to guess that stuff. I add a text to it, and the text yesterday was, and as you can see, I did it live. So I did it when we reached wave 5 down. I told the people about that analysis. I did it live, so you get it straight away. I only make one intervention on YouTube, but this live 8 wave updates, I will put them out 1 to 3 times a day. More during the weekdays, a little less during the weekends, because I will take a little off during the weekend. I will do less work. But so you get that chart, a chart like this, and under the chart like this, you get a description. And yesterday my description was the following one, and that's what my private clients in the private Telegram channel will get 1 to 3 times a day. My description yesterday of the chart was, my outlook is bullish. Main count gives me a stop loss at 58,550 USD, where wave 4 would overlap wave 1. Alternate count is also bullish. Stop loss is at 58,783.65 USD, where wave 2 would retrace 100% of wave 1. The alternate count is a series of 1 and 2s is tracing out within wave 3. Both counts are bullish. The alternate count even more than the main count. I'm expecting higher prices unless the stop level gets hit. And a smiley face. So that's the analysis, and that's the level of analysis people will get. And why is that useful? Because you get it live. You get it just when you should need to get it. I just afterwards I posted that tweet. I went long, okay, and I've even showed my position, and very fast afterwards my position was 53.46, and one hour or two afterwards it was 50.46% profitable. And this morning I checked again, and the same position was 77%, 32% profitable, and that in less than 12 hours. And I did this only by looking at my TA, and I published that TA live. So that's the thing. That's what my this kind of TA my private client will pay for. They pay $20 a month for that. But now, but right now I'm limiting the group to 10 people. I might increase or not, depends on how much administrative work it gives me. I don't mind about publishing my chart and even writing an explanation below them, because anyway I have to do the work to trade myself. So why not share my thoughts with you? The thing I don't like is being scammed, and there's always a risk of being scammed when you do stuff like this. And the second thing I don't like is the administrative stuff. So if the administrative stuff stays quite low, then I might admit more people. Also, right now it's closed, but you can tell me that you are interested and under what condition you are interested. If you tell me, for example, that you will pay the 12th month in advance, that you will pay for 1 year instead of paying every month, that would give me less work to do because I don't have to check on you every month if you did pay or not the fee. Okay, and then maybe I would give you an 11th place. You can make a proposition on Telegram to me, and if I find it interesting, and I think why not? I'm a nice guy, so normally I would, but I have a rule: no more than 10 people. So now we have reached that rule. And that's one way of you might get in if you make that proposition. You also can just be on the waiting list, and I'll tell you as soon as I admit more people. And the third possibility would be that you want me to break my rule. So my rule is only 10 participants, and now the group is full. Unless one of the participants is not unsubscribes. But unless that happens, the group is full. But another thing you could do, I'm just giving you some examples. You can try. I'm not telling you that it will work, but I will think about it. Another thing that you will do is that you can tell me that you are extremely interested in coming into the group and that you are willing to pay more. So if instead of paying 20, you are willing to pay $50 a month, maybe I change my opinion. Or instead of paying 50, you are willing to pay $100 a month, maybe I change my opinion. And it depends on you. It depends on how good of a trader you are. Maybe $100, that's nothing for you for a good Elliott wave analysis. That might be nothing for you. So you might be more than willing to put 100 on the table every month for my TA. So if you make me a proposition for 100, then I say, well, for 100, why not do the extra work? So by that I mean you can talk with me. You can talk with me on my Telegram group. The only thing I don't like is being scammed. So if I find out that I'm being scammed, I might cease totally my activity, or I might just ban you. But I don't like being scammed. So it's always very unpleasant to scam people. I won't scam you. Now people will pay for the first month of TA analysis, and I will provide to them 1 to 3 charts a day during the week, a little less during the weekend. But if I don't do that, okay, I'll pay the money back to them. I mean, I don't care about the. It only makes 200 USD. I do it more as an exercise than for the money. Only 200 USD. That's not much for the work I put into it. I don't do it for the work. I do it as an exercise. It's technical and analytical for me to do that kind of chart and try to be as clear as possible on my analysis. So it's an exercise that I will do, at least for now. Maybe I see it in 1, 2, 5, 6 months or 1 year. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. It depends. I think it depends a lot, not on the work that I have to do, but on how much stress and administrative work I'll have to put into it, and how hard it is to manage 10 people in a 10 people in a private Telegram channel. I don't know how hard it is to manage them. So it really depends on how it goes. But for now, it is full. You can get on a waiting list. And if you really want me to break my rules and admit it's an arbitrary rule, and I admit 11th person, and you want to be the 11th person, then you have to have some convincing argument. And the only way for you to get that right now, straight away, is by showing me that you're willing to pay more than $20. Then maybe I think about it and I'll make an exemption for you. Okay, and that's it. Anyways, even if you won't get right away into the private Telegram channel, you can get on the waiting list, but that might be long because I might only admit people in 1, 2, or 6 months. I don't know, or never. But you can talk to me, and even if you don't get into my private Telegram channel, you can join for free the chat group. And in the chat group, there are a lot of traders talking about trading all day long. I have seen no scammers for now on every of my YouTube videos. Once I will show you all the scammers I get, and there are a lot. And I also show you how you can quickly find out that it is a scam. Because if you get scammed by somebody else who is not me, then I mean, it's your mistake. It's an intelligence test. If you get scammed by those kind of people, maybe trading is not for you and you should do something else with your life. Okay, that's it for my Telegram group. So please join the free Telegram group and the public Telegram group. And if you're interested in the private, let me know and on what condition you are interested in. Then I'll think about it, or I'll put you at least on the waiting list. And as soon as you tell me, as soon you get in the waiting list, if you're the first person to tell me that you get in the waiting list, you will be the first person that I admit once I increase the number of persons that I will admit into my private Telegram group. So if you're interested, let me know as soon as you made up your mind by going into my public Telegram group and just telling me. Okay, I then confirm you that I put you on the waiting list. And to be sure that you don't get scammed, I already told you, but I'm sure that people don't pay attention, so I will tell you again. The only way you can pay for my fees, okay, is by sending money to my Bitcoin address, okay? And this is my Bitcoin address, okay? And that's for now the only Bitcoin address I use. It is on my website, okay? And you see it here, okay? And you always must make sure that you don't send on any other address, because you won't lose your money. You will get the service you pay for, or I'll send you the money back. But if you send it on any other address, you are being scammed and you will lose your money. And there are scammers on every single one of my YouTube interventions. So be careful. And if you want to scan the QR code, you can scan this time. It will give you the same Bitcoin address and you can send money. You can also use that address for donation if you like. I would appreciate that too, if you want to give me a donation for my work. And yesterday I did a mistake. I told you that the transaction fees on Bitcoin are $30, but I was tired. I told you I only slept 2 hours tonight, and this time I slept 5 hours, so I'm feeling much better. And I made a mistake. I told you that the transaction fee on Bitcoin are $30. Of course, I wanted to say 30 cents right now. So sending me money will cost you 30 cents. And if I have to send it back to you, it will cost me also 30 cents. You have to put down the transaction fees correctly. I told you this, I gave you the site last time, but you just type into Google search TX Street. It's for transaction street, and you will get an animation telling you how much you have to pay to get into the next block. And it says something like 1 sat per byte, or 2 sats, 5 sats per byte. And if it says 3 sats per byte, you simply pay 2 sats per byte and you get into the next block. If it says 1 sat per byte, you pay 2 sats per byte. And that's around nothing, it's like 10 cents. And most of the time, that's how cheap it is right now on Bitcoin. So do that when you want to pay me money, so you don't pay too much on transaction fees. And always make sure, always check that you are sending money on the correct Bitcoin address. If you send money on any other address, you get scammed, and there are scammers on every single one of my YouTube interventions. So be extremely careful. Don't fall for it. Okay, that was it. I did just show you how you pay me a donation and what my public Telegram group looks like, and even what my private Telegram channel will look like. I showed you those 3 things, and now the last thing we'll do is take a look at the chart. So let me first start with the 3-hour chart. So on the 3-hour chart, I made a couple of changes, but not much, and I'll talk about them. But just to refresh your ideas, we did bottom here at wave C of 2, and then I I put in an impulsive wave, 1, 2. We did put the third wave, the fourth wave correction. And now we are accomplishing wave 5. Okay. And I've checked on the higher time frames. The higher time frames, if you want to see them, by that I mean the 1 hour chart, the 1 week chart, and the 1 month chart, which give you the higher outlook for investors, for example. I'm reserving that information for my private client who take the mentorship or just one consultation, one-on-one consultation. I'm reserving it. If I give everything for free, I wouldn't have any private clients. And I like having contact with people and also having people that I know with who I talk directly and privately, and who I might keep if I get banned on YouTube, which is always a possibility. So if I get banned on YouTube because some people get jealous of me having a little success, but there might be some people who get jealous of that and trying to ban me. So if that's the case and I cannot be on YouTube anymore, then I have a way of staying in contact with my private clients. And that's also why you should follow me on Telegram, because in the public group, because at least you have a certain way of communicating with you. YouTube can cease from one day to the next. So there's it's always good to be also in my public Telegram group, so that if I change and have to go to BitChute or any other platform, I can tell you and you can follow me there, because there's always a risk involved. I hope that everything goes fine and that I can keep posting videos on YouTube, but you never know what happens. Since I only talk about chart, there's a chance that I won't get banned, but if I talk about anything else, the chance that I get banned is quite high. So, and now we are accomplishing, as I told you, wave 5. So I have 2 alternatives. I have the first count, which would make it of wave 3, and the second count would be even more. The alternate count would be even more bullish. It would make it only wave 1. So the second count would say that this entire up move is only wave 1 of an alternate count, and we go higher instead of being wave 3, already wave 3. So the alternate count would be more bullish. I'm not sure where we are going to top. I have a couple of levels on my higher time frame, but the most probably right now is 280K. That's my most probably outlook. Once we did top, I will see it in the charts. I will see it, and then I'll tell you that we entered a bear market, and that from now on I'm expecting lower prices. But I'm only sure once we did top. Until we did not top, I only have targets, and there are different targets, and I'm not sure if it will be 100K or 100 or 280K. So I'm not sure which of the targets. I won't show them because that's private. That's paying material for me. I cannot give everything for free. If I give everything for free, I wouldn't have one single paying client. And I put a lot of work into it. It is normal that I get some kind of a little compensation, and that people show me that they appreciate my service by at least paying $20 per month for live Elliott wave updates. At least that. I mean, yeah, I'm really not putting the price high. So, but I wouldn't have any paying client if I give away everything for free. And then also people wouldn't appreciate it, because it's just free stuff you can find on the internet. So there must be some stuff I keep for my private clients. And as I told you, the 1 week and the 1 month charts are charts that I keep to my private clients. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say about this one. So the question here is which extension level we will hit, and the most probably one for me right now is the 2618 of wave 1. So that's the most probably that's my favorite target, and there I see a top for wave 5 here, and then I see a retracement to wave for the fourth wave. And it's either a retracement of wave 3 or a retracement of the alternate count. But in both cases, if it's a retracement of the alternate count, okay, let's say we reach our alternate count here. Okay, if it's a retracement of the alternate count in only wave 1, then we could retest up to, then our stop loss would be at 39,574. And that would be our stop loss. But of course, there are different targets and it's not sure, but that would be our stop loss if it would be the start of the up wave, if it's the alternate count. Huh? If it's the third count, if it's wave 3 only of wave 5, that's my main count, then we would retrace only to 52,956. So that would be the, no, I'm even mistaken here, excuse me. Let me change that. You would retrace to the span of the fourth wave. The span of the fourth wave is here. So the low of the span of the fourth wave was 53,848. So if we go up for the fifth wave to here, we would retrace, our target would be here for wave 4. It would be 53,848. That would be our target for wave 4. If it's wave 5, wave 3, if it's wave 3 or 5, okay. And that's my main count for now. So, so there was one participant in my public Telegram group who asked me that question, and I think I did answer it right now. If I did not, then just write me a message and tell me why I did not answer the question. I'll try to answer your question, because he wanted to know how much we retrace once we talked on wave 5. And the most public in my main count, it would be 53,848, and for my alternate count, the worst case scenario, but that's not my target, huh? But the worst case scenario would be 39,573, but I find that extremely unlikely. If it's an alternate count, that I would put a fee retracement level. But right now, I'm not talking too much about that retracement, because right now what counts to me is where we will top for wave 5. That's right now. Once we did top, I will talk about the retracement levels, but only once we did top. But right now, that's what you can expect. So I hope I did answer that question. If not, get back to me. And on the 5-minute chart, I have a main count, and I came up with an alternate count yesterday. I already gave that information to my private clients who are joined in my private, you know what I mean. On Telegram, I already gave that information, that I came up with an alternate count, and the alternate count is some subdividing wave 2s. So instead of putting the bottom here, I put the bottom here, okay? And I then see wave 1, 2, and now subdividing wave 1, 2. So there are a couple of subdividing waves, a series of 1 and 2s. So here's the first 1 and 2 on the alternate count, and I chose the same color for the second alternate count, 1 and 2. And that meant yesterday that the stop loss for my alternate count was this level. And I told that in my tweet, this level was 58,783. That was for my alternate count. And for my main count, I told them that my stop loss level would be 58,550. So here it is, because it would retrace into the territory of wave 1, and that is not possible. And on the alternate count, it would retrace the entire wave 1, because this is a wave 1, as you see. And if we reach that level, and we went very close to it, then we would retrace the entire wave 1, and that's not possible. So that was my stop loss on the alternate count. And right now we had an impulsive wave, and now it looks like we're making an ABC correction. And the ABC correction should stay above 58,933, and that's my stop loss for the current count, because wave 2 cannot go below the start of wave 1. So that's my stop loss level right now. And once wave 2 has bottomed, we are expecting, as you can see, wave 3, 4, and 5 up. And my favorite target on the 5-minute chart for wave 1 would be here, when wave 5 equals 1.618 times wave 1, and that would be at 68,322. So that's my target on the 5-minute chart. Okay, that's it for today. And I'm looking forward to do some updates as soon as I find the time and as soon as people are into my private channel, to do some live updates for them. And for the people who don't want to go to Telegram and are not into my private channel, you will have to wait up to tomorrow for an update. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you found it interesting, and join my public Telegram group. It's free. Don't spam or you will get banned. I let the scammers scam the hell out of YouTube, because I don't bother about YouTube. I don't care, but I won't admit people messaging, putting scamming message on my Telegram group, because that's very annoying to see. So I will ban you really fast on Telegram if the scammers migrate to my Telegram group. For now, they did not. So we'll see what happens. But I won't admit scammers into my Telegram group, because that's just annoying for everybody. And also like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, because it's time-sensitive information and you should get it as soon as it's out. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow for one more update. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.